Oh, wow. Hey guys, we're just waiting for just 2 minutes, then we will get going, okay? If today is your first time joining my live, you are welcome. And I hope your week is getting better or starting off great, okay? Today is Monday, wherever you find yourself, I hope all is well on your side. I'm sure some people have already finished Monday, or some people are about to start their Mondays, or wherever the time is. Good morning, good afternoon on your end, and welcome here. Okay, welcome. Anyways, so we are just waiting. Once it's 10:20 a.m. on my side, I am gonna get started. Okay, so today I have lots of goodies for you guys. Today is Monday and I have an exciting business opportunity for you. Tomorrow is Tuesday. We have our webinar for our digital business. So if you were looking to start your own digital business from the comfort of your home or anywhere you find yourself, this is the right time for you to register to get access to the free information webinar. Yes, because with that, you will be able to give yourself that information that you need in order to step into the digital space. There are so many options out there, and sometimes determining which one is the right fit for you becomes a bit tricky, right? Especially when it involves things that involves online. Yeah, things that involves you to like show your face online or don't not showing your face online. All those stuff. It's a bit I don't want to say complicated, but people tend to be a bit more skeptical when it involves things online, right? So when you come onto the webinar, all those questions that you have or concerns that you have that is keeping you in that skeptical mode, you'll be getting answers to that. So why don't you join that live and let's get you started. Hold on a second. Let me put this in here. Let's see. Okay, guys, I'm back. I just made sure I notified my Facebook people if they want to join, they can come in and join the live. Anyways, welcome here. My name is Vicky. I'm a digital business coach and a mentor. So I help everyday people to start their own online business with an approved and automated system. So if you want to live from the comfort of your home and still be earning online, this is your go-to digital business. What is this digital business I'm talking about? So first of all, let's explain what a digital business is or what an online business is, okay? When you talk about an online business, when we talk about business, business is basically buying and selling, getting profits, getting revenue, okay? And so that's what a business is, right? Those of you who did business or who have education in business, as in real business, okay, you know what the definition of business is. I don't know what the definition of business is in terms of theory, but I know it's a process of you buying and selling to gain revenue or profit. So with that said, having a business online or having a digital business means having your business on the internet. It can be when we say the internet in terms of having bringing it on this platforms where people are able to see you on their digital devices. So when we talk about digital business, it's basically you been having your business online for people to access you when they go on their digital devices in terms of their phone, their television. I know Amazon, let's say, how do you call it? Siri, you can do all those online searches and it can bring you the best online business, do some search online for you, right? So as long as you are able to put your business on the internet where people can access your business without coming to the physical shop, you are running a digital business or an online business. How do you run an online business? You first of all, just like any other business, you need to find a product, you need to find a service for you to be able to say that you are in business. Any other business that you go into, you either need to provide a business or a product or a service. So you have to decide as the business owner whether you want to go into selling of products or providing of service. And if you're going to be in the business where you provide services or provide products for sale, okay, remember in our definition for what a business is buying and selling of products to what gets revenue or income from that business. Okay, so now that you have you decide which mode or which model to use. You decide if you want to go with products, you decide if you want to provide services. Which products are you going to provide or which services are you going to provide? It's all boiled down to what you have available to you or what you are convenient with or what you deem that customers will patronize the more. Because in this day and age, it's not when you are going to sell things to people, you just don't sell what you want, but rather what your customers want. Because if you tend to sell only the things that you want, I don't believe that. And if customers don't need those items or want those items, you will not be able to make a sale, right? That is why you need to have products that are in high demand products in order for you to sell. Because on the one thing about the internet selling or the internet marketing, people are most of the time are not even seeing the products physically on your screens. Like here I am talking to you about a business, but I'm not showing the product, right? So you have to make sure that whatever you are bringing to the audience is something that the audience can relate with, is something that the audience are in need of. If it's a physical shop, they can come for window shopping and end up buying things that they do not need, right? But here, if you're not bringing the products to them physically or selling the products, showing the products on your screen, you have to find ways where people can connect with the products that you're not showing them in order to be able to patronize you. Right? So when it comes to the digital space, like I was saying earlier, you need to make sure you have your products or your services. Having your own products, you have to decide where what your customers need. So what that means is if I come here to tell you about weight loss product, I should be able to have the weight loss product or show you where you can get the weight loss products. If I do not have the products, one thing is I'll not be able to show you, right? I'll not be able to talk to you about the product. Or if I haven't used the product before, I'll not be able to speak of the product. So that is why when I come here, I tell you, find a product that is in high demand, what people are really already looking for, what people are already searching online for, so that when you put your product out there or when you direct them to those products, they will be able to patronize you because it is something they're already looking for, right? The other aspect is when you find that product, are you going to produce the product yourself or you're going to partner with a company that already has the product? If you live in North America, sometimes getting these products becomes a bit not easy. Sourcing for products here, it's not easy because of all the how do you call it, the documentation, the approvals, the licenses that you need in order to sell certain products here. So if the products that you want to sell or you want to market, it's something that requires, oh, sorry guys. Sorry guys. So if the products that you are trying to sell or market requires huge processes to get your license, to get your approvals and everything, it becomes tedious for you as the business owner. So what most of us do is to partner with already existing companies. You all know the popular McDonald's franchise, right? So these are some of the companies. I'm not saying you're going to be partnering with McDonald's because their startup capital is huge. You need to have not less than 1 million US dollars in your bank account before they can consider what your application. So if you do not have that 1 million US dollars or 1 million Canadian dollars, you cannot put in your application to run a McDonald's restaurant franchise, right? However, there are other businesses that are competitors of McDonald's that do not require you to have that huge sums of money in order to partner with them. When I say you are partnering with them, it basically means in the franchise system, what that means is the company is already doing their business and you are going to buy off part of the company, not part of it per se, but become part of the business, become part of the company. Okay. So you have an interest vested in their company. So what is going to happen is they're going to give you some terms and conditions that when you are able to follow, they will be able to grant you that license to operate a fully operated McDonald's using their names, using their logo, using their HR sourcing, their products and everything. Like when you move from one McDonald's restaurant from in the city where you are now, from one McDonald's to the other McDonald's, the food tastes similar or is the same. The logos, the napkins, the packaging, everything is the same. You are not reinventing McDonald's. You are not going to create your own McDonald's from scratch because most of the time customers tend to buy from what they already know, right? So that is why you need to partner with companies that are doing well and they have continuity, because you can go partner with a company that do not have their sustainability is a bit shaky. With this business that I am into, the company has been in the system for 52 years, right? So for 52 years and they are still doing well, it means whatever they are doing is good for customers and people are still patronizing them. So if you are deciding on which company to partner with, which products to provide to your customers in order to start your own online business, you need to look for what people are in need of. You also need to look for what products that sell faster, products that has high demand. Okay. So you need to have all these in place in order to run a successful business. If you do not have all those things in place, you will start the business and might find yourself wanting. You might find yourself not getting to where you want to get to because the products that you partner with or the products that you are providing to your customers, it's not what the customers are in need of. It's not what the customers are looking for. Okay, so that's one tip that you need to be aware of if you are looking to start your own online business, because it is very, very important. That is what is going to help you to scale faster. I have seen so many people come online because I've been in this digital space for more than 4 years. Okay, and most people that come in and do not continue is because they started a business off with a product that people do not even need. Now, if you start an online business where you direct people to your online store where you sell how do you call it, face mask or PPE equipment. Currently, before maybe in 2019, 2020 to 2022, people were buying those PPEs because of COVID. Now there is no COVID. So if you decide to sell products that are still outdated, no one is going to patronize you. That is why it's important to get in contact with the right products that people are in high demand of. And deciding the products that people are in need of or products that have high demand, there are so many categories. There can be seasonal products, there can be evergreen products, and there can be, I've forgotten the third one. Okay, so what the evergreen products means is products that people need throughout the year. Okay, so these are the two major types of products that you should consider if you are trying to start your own business online. Because when you come in contact with the products, what that means with the evergreen products, people need it throughout the year. So we all drink water, we all eat food every day on a daily basis. If you do not eat, you will drink. Okay, so what are you going to be selling in order to get people to buy it every day from you? Products that people use every day. Okay, And apart from that, when we talk about the seasonal products, these are products that come in season, then after a while it dies off. I would say those PPEs was for what? A season, or it was trending. So the other third products I was going to talk about is the trending products. Okay. So let's say you come online, people are so much infused with a particular type of wig, and everyone is rushing to the DMs to buy those wigs, or something is trending, a particular shirt or glasses. Now I know the Ray-Ban glasses from Meta is really trending, so people tend to buy those things because it is what is in that is what is trending now, right? So that is those viral products. After a while, they die off and they never come back to season until maybe 5 or 10 years. Before, back in the 90s, we used to wear those jeans or trousers with the low open bottoms, right? Those big, in Ghana, we used to call it tunabu, right? They were out of season for a while and now they are coming back, right? So those trending products. When it comes to the seasonal products, they come every year and they go. So just as in a season you can have mangoes, and I think mangoes normally come in season around right after Christmas, or no, not right after Christmas. It was, I think, August or something. But mushrooms, I know it's seasonal. It's in season now, like mushrooms in Ghana, right? But what I'm trying to say is those seasonal products, they come every year, but they die off. So if you have a seasonal product, okay, let's say you have a Mother's Day gift item, every year Mother's Day will come. So even if you're not able to sell it this year, what is going to happen is, if it's something that do not perish, then next year you can still bring it out and sell to people who are looking for Mother's Day gifts. Same for Christmas items. If you have a Christmas tree that is not the artificial Christmas tree, you can still come in December online and sell your Christmas trees. Those are the things that we call seasonal products. So you need to be able to decide which products I'm going to sell to my audience and which products has high demand. Apart from knowing which products are in high demand, you also have to know which type of products that product falls under, whether it's seasonal item, it's something that is viral, because the risk with viral items is once the trend fades off, those items you might not be able to sell them again, okay? Because it's in trend for maybe 3 to 6 months, and after that it's gone and no one is talking about it. So when you buy yours, it's like you came to the party late. So that is why you need to decide which kind of products you want to be offering to your audience. Now you have decided the product, you have decided the service that you want to be providing to your audience. You have to also decide which platform you are going to reach your audience. So which platform you're going to use in order to reach your audience. If TikTok is the social media is the platform you want to use, go for it. If you feel like you need to have your own shop, you have the money to run a shop, then you go for it and sell those products. If you feel, okay, because the cost for the shop is expensive, because here in North America, if you want to have maybe a 12 by 8 store, every month you're not paying less than $2,000, okay? Just for that 2 by 8 square feet shop, okay? So if you are paying for that amount, $2,000, it means that you need to be able to have sales in order to offset these costs at the end of every month. And if you're getting that shop, are you the one going to man the shop, or are you a working person that goes to work for someone else? And if you do, it means you need to employ someone else. And this is a new business that you're starting. So if you have to pay up for salary in this shop that you have, then it means you might have to have maybe some liquid throwing capital, right? Some liquid cash somewhere that you can use to offset those bills, salaries, and even the shop. Because if you do not, it means that you'll be short on people's salary. And here you cannot take people's salary that way, where you can put people's salary in arrest for like 3 or 6 months. No, you'll be caught up with the government and you're going to be fined. Okay, they're going to send you a fine to pay for delaying people's salary. So it is very important to prepare for all these things. And once you set it, so most of us, and what I coach people on doing is starting the business of online. Now, with no matter what products that you have to offer or services you have to offer, you can use online platforms to sell your products if you are willing to learn the right way in doing it. People do it and they don't succeed because they do not apply the right and correct blueprint. You need to know what is working for you to plug in and be able to let that work for you. Okay, so with that said, now that you have your products and your services, you also need to find a platform where you're going to be selling your products. And like I said earlier, you need to decide whether you want to sell the products online or in person in a shop or whatever. Hold on, guys. I think something is happening. I'm going to put my website here for those of you who want to go on the website to access the free webinar, okay? While we are talking. The link is also in my bio. There is a link there. You need to fill that form, okay? So you can do that. Anyway, so let's get going. So now you have your products, you have your service. You need to decide where you are putting the product. So if you decide that the shop is expensive, then you choose the online platform. And the online platform is one of the easiest ways to run your business. Why? Because with online platforms, you do not have to have huge following in order to reach more people. Most of you are seeing my live now for the first time. I do not pay TikTok to show my live to you. I do not pay Facebook to bring my content or post to you, right? Even if you do not have huge following, the moment with consistency, you'll be able to reach more people who are going to patronize you. So what you need to do on your part is to decide which platform, which social media platforms that works for you. I like TikTok because of the flexibility and the way the system, the platform is. It is user friendly. You do not have to know a lot of tech things in order to go on live here on TikTok. So that is why I like to use the TikTok platform to market my digital business. I used to do Facebook Live previously, but I decided to switch to TikTok, right? So what you need to do is to choose which social media platform that works for you. If it's email marketing, it means you should have people access to people's emails in order to be sending your marketing ideas to them or your marketing niche for the product, okay? Your marketing information for your products to people. And getting people's emails currently is not that easy. So what you need to do is to build an audience for yourself, not a huge one. Start from somewhere. Talk about your products online and be consistent with it. Talk about it as much as you can. Okay, with that, you build trust with your audience. With that, you build the information base that they are in need of. They come to your page and they know that, okay, if I'm looking for online business to do or a digital business to do, I need to go to Coach Vicky's page and she's going to show me which one to go for. That is one aspect of it. So as you have decided to bring your product online, you need to also find a system that works for you, because there is a lot of frustration if you are the only person that drives your business to success. Take it like when you're sleeping, it means that without the right product or without the right blueprint or systems, it means that you always have to be online before you can make a sale. And with that, that is not a business. You just got yourself another job, right? So you need to have the system that works for you, an automated system that can work for you even when you are sleeping, an automated system that can work for you even when you go to your 9 to 5 or do the things that you love. Because if on the weekend you are doing your mass cooking for your family and your business is not running, it means you are losing, people are not seeing your business. But with the right system in place, with the right tools, with the right now we have the technology, okay? Thanks to all AI, thanks to all these social media platforms, we have the technology. Because with TikTok and even Facebook or all these platforms, you can schedule your posts like 30 days, 60 days ahead. And every day it's going to post automatically if you know the right ways to do some of these things. Because if you do not know how to do it, people might think, let's say you go for a 2 weeks vacation and people might not know you, will not be seeing your post. However, with the right systems, with the right automated plugins, you can schedule your post for that 6 months or 2 months that you're away, so that every blessed day, the system will automatically post on your behalf. And with that, your audience still feel the connection, thinking, yes, you are online with them. Right? So that is basically what you need to do. You need to make sure you have the right automated tools in place and you are plugging into it. It is not rocket science. You do not need to have a tech experience to do this, because it's set on this platform. Normally, when you use with TikTok, for you to schedule your post, you need to have the TikTok studio, which normally most people do not have it on their phone. Personally, I do not have it on my phone, so I have to do it on my laptop. So if it's the same thing for you, you need to make sure that you do it on your laptop so that you can be scheduling your post at any point in time and be able to it can post for you even while you are away. Okay, so make sure you are doing that. And those of you who are here, you can also feel free to put in some likes as well. So you have the products, you know that you're going to use social media to market your products. One other thing is, when it comes to the products, okay, let's go back. When it comes to the products, you can decide to partner with, like I mentioned earlier, you can decide to partner with companies that are in existence already, like the McDonald's. The other part of partnering with other companies is what we call the affiliate marketing. So basically what the affiliate marketing means is that you are partnering with an already existing company officially for what, in terms of business, okay, so that when you make a sale, you are going to be receiving commission from this affiliate partnership that you have. So let's take it in a simple terms. There is a company out there selling their products or services. You, as the middleman or middlewoman, is going to direct traffic to these companies, okay? And as you are directing customers to these companies, they are going there based on your recommendation. So as they go there, what happens? You are going to earn income. You are going to, thank you so much for the likes. You are going to earn commissions for partnering with them, for affiliating with these companies. So most of us, what I teach my mentees, I don't want them to go to China to source for products. I don't want them to start from the scratch looking for which product to sell. So I help you to partner with companies that are doing well already, companies that have proven track record for 52 years doing so well. Okay, excuse me. Sorry guys, excuse me. So companies that are doing well. I went for walk this morning. Its code is +6 here. So that's why I'm sneezing, but I hope there is no code coming on. Yeah. So once you're partnering with them, you make sure you are doing what they are telling you to do in order to scale your business. And depending on which company you decide to affiliate with, you can be making between, let's say, $5 to $20,000 in a month. So because it depends on the products, it depends on the company, how much commissions they are paying. For me, the companies that I help you to partner with, they are high ticket company. They have high ticket products, right? So it means that one thing about high ticket products means is it gives you high ticket profits. So you need to decide. And all these pointers are what we are going to mention or guide you with on the webinar tomorrow, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So that is why you need to come on to the webinar and watch the free live webinar to make that informed decision. Because there are so many business platforms there. For my company, my business, we partner with 3 different companies. So we are going to provide you with the 3 companies, and you make that decision to find out, okay, I want to work with company A or company B, depending on what works for you. And all these companies, whether you choose A, B, or C, it all runs on automation. So that when you go to your 9 to 5, or when you do go to the work that you're so passionate about, you still have the business that is running for you. Like they tell you, your job or your 9 to 5 pays your bills, and your business gives you the lifestyle that you want. Okay, those going for vacation, those making $10,000, $100,000 in a month, it did not start how do you call it, overnight. It did not come to them overnight. They started from somewhere. They started what? From somewhere. So you need to start from somewhere. You need to learn the processes and let the system work for you. If you entangle yourself with a system that takes so much time from you, again, that is where the frustration is going to come in, especially when you are not seeing the benefits, right? And with every business, there can be challenges in it. Okay. So when the challenges come and you do not have the right system, it means that you are not going to be able to scale. I come here to tell you the truth. I'm not hyping anything, okay? You need to have the right system to scale, to enjoy your business, to enjoy your time freedom, to enjoy the money that you are earning, because you can be earning the money and not have the time to enjoy it. Because I have one of my mentees, she used to operate an African market, okay, in the USA. And ask me, USA operating an African market, because we have a huge African-based community over there in most of the states, right? And in most of the towns. However, she had to sell it because it was taking too much time from her. When the items come, the shipping, the receiving, and everything, it was so stressful for her. So she had to sell that African market. And now she's operating a digital business from home. So it tells you that you need to have the right system. It tells you that you need to have the right plug and play system, so that when you get to do the things that you love. I know most people, I have doctors in my business community. They are not quitting their doctor job because they love to see patients. They love to take care of their patients. Okay? That is why they came into plugging into this automated system, because this business gives them the flexibility. It gives them what? The flexibility. So if you're willing to start your own digital business, you do not have to go and start things from scratch. What you need to do is to find the right system and let the system work for you. Let the system work for you. All you need to do is to go into my profile, you click on it, and the picture on the left side here, just on the left top corner, click on it 2 times. It will take you to my profile. There is a link there. You need to click on the link, fill the form, and get access to my free webinar. Because it's this webinar that is going to dive into details what you really need to start and operate a fully fledged digital business. This is not the business where you come in and people just leave you. No. I'm personally going to be your coach. I'm going to be your mentor. So I'm going to hold your hands to guide you through all these steps. Even though our training with modules are step-by-step video based, we are here to guide you. Not just myself, you have a huge community support, over 280,000 people doing this business. So beautiful people, this is your time. This is your chance to plug into a system that works for you. I love my self-automation because automation is the key. Automation is everything. Okay, I have 3 kids, 3 children. With these kids around, they're all below age 10. Okay, and with these kids, I have to have time for them, especially my 4 years old. So the least thing I want to do for my business is something that will take me further away from them. I need myself that automation. I need myself that flexibility, so that while I'm taking care of them, while I go to my 9 to 5, while I'm sleeping, my business will still be on your faces. My business will still be running. You need to come in to check the business out for yourself. This is a digital business that runs on 90% automation. The companies we partner with are high-ticket affiliate marketing companies, okay? They've been in the system for what? 52 years. So you do not have to come in and start from scratch. You need to come in. That's on my free webinar. The link to it is in my bio. Go and click on that web link. Put in your name and your email address. I will personally send you the link to the webinar tomorrow, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Come in, watch the free webinar live, ask your questions, and let me guide you through. This is a business where you can be making between $150 to $1,000, okay, per sale. When we talk about high ticket marketing, high ticket products, it means that with those ones, okay, with those high ticket products, it means that you can be earning what? Huge income or huge commissions when you make a sale. And you're also going to be selling the products directly. I have been here for what? Almost an hour now. I haven't sold any products to you, but my business is what's working. What do we do? How is the business working? This is attraction marketing that we use. People see you and they want to do what you're doing. You just direct them to their source. And once they do that, it's a simple step. Once they make that purchase, you are getting your commission. That is why we started this live by telling you what you need in order to start your own digital business and what you need in terms of getting the right products to sell or the right products to direct customers to. I do not come to sell physical products here. I come here to direct people to the right companies, the companies that have the right products. So you can decide to either sell the products the companies sell or direct people to the companies. So you make that decision for yourself. You need to what? Decide. You need to make that decision for yourself. Digital marketing is not for the weak. But with the right systems in place, with the right automated system, you can be making that huge money. You can be making that huge sums of money. People make $10,000, $50,000 a month. I have seen people making 100,000, not just one person, not just 10 people, lots of people making 100,000 in a month. It's not magic. They started from somewhere. They started by learning the system and letting the system work for them. And it's that same system that is working for the people that are making the $5,000 a month. Okay, so it all depends on how you can leverage the system that has been given unto you on a silver platter. You are not starting from scratch. You are not going to build your own products or source for your own products. This is a system that has been built for you. So all you need to do is to come in and plug into that system. Anyone at all can do this business. I always say it because if I have personally seen someone who is 84 years old, 84 years old doing this business, digital business, you, as young as you are, if you're not 50 and you tell me you cannot do digital business, my dear, what are you going to be able to do? Because this is a plug and play system. If you are seeing me online, on your FYP or wherever you saw me on TikTok here or Facebook or wherever, it means what? You can do your digital business as well. Because you have the platform. You saw me on social media. Whether someone created the app or downloaded the app for you or not, as long as you are able to log in to go to Facebook to see what is trending, come on TikTok to see what is trending, it means you can also be putting up a post to market your own digital business. It is not rocket science, my darling. Most of us, especially as immigrants, okay, we entangle ourselves with the things that we know. Yes, they say care work, and people come back with sore bags, their back hurts and their waist hurts, everything. People complaining about their health because they do not know the right place to start. You need to change that kind of status quo. Immigrants were not made for care work, okay? Immigrants, we were not made for care work only. The opportunities abroad was made for everyone, and we all have to come in and tap into that system so that the system that is working for so many people will work for you too. I have people that I've mentored outside my digital business, okay? They are not doing digital business, but I mentored them because they moved here into North America, especially in Canada, newly as students, and they didn't know where to find their way around. And within less than 5 years, they were able to buy their houses. I'm not here to brag to anyone, okay? But if you're willing to learn, there are so many opportunities out here for a lot of us immigrants. But the thing that is stopping us is the skepticism. It is the hearsays. Most people say, "Oh, I don't want to be scammed," or "I don't want to do that," not because of the experience they've had for themselves. I'm not saying the fact that you have not been scammed, you should be risking your life trying things that can get you scammed. I want you to be open minded. Check things out for yourselves. Most people, it's because of hearsay, they are not doing the things that they need to do. When I first moved here, the people that I met, or the kind of friends that I made in the initial stages, I was going to go into a program, social work, okay, because it was paying very well. And some of these people, I looked up to them, and they were making lots of money. But one thing I realized was I was already working, and God being so good. So I was here in 2014. In 2018, I got a government work which was paying well. And this social work, the amount the person was getting, it was basically something that I was already getting. I was supposed to go and do masters in social work because I already had my bachelor's. I got admission 2 times. Okay, I got the admission 2 times to social work. U of C, you can go and check. University of Calgary. Master's program. But I realized that while I was talking to like these people that I said I looked up to, because I'm an open person and people tend to be open with me as well, they were like, here you're not supposed to mention your salary to people. But some of the people that I spoke to, like I used to talk to at the time, they were open enough to share how much they were getting, and they were thinking, oh, you should go and do it. It's good. Not knowing they didn't know how much I was getting at the time, working for the government, the municipal government at the time. So they were trying to let me know that, oh, it's good, go to school, do your masters, do social work because you'll be paid well. And I remember those times, how much I was getting and everything. I was convinced. The first one, the reason why I didn't go for that program was that I was pregnant. So I didn't go. So thinking that I will go later. Then afterwards, when the baby was of age enough that I could go back to school, when I got the second admission, because the first admission had to defer it and it expired because I took 18 months maternity leave, right? But then this second time, when the admission came, I was talking to this person and she mentioned how much she was getting and everything. That was what collapsed me because I was already making it with my bachelor's, making that same amount. So what would the social work do for me? What would that degree do for me? I'm saying this to let you know that when people tell you go to care work, go and do business analysis, go and do that, okay? Sometimes you need to sit down, examine those benefits that the people are saying you'll be getting, and ask yourself, after 2 years of doing that program and you get that same amount, will you be happy with it? Will you remain there forever? Okay, if I had gone for this social work, invested my time, my money to pay for the fees and everything, and after 3 years getting to earn that much, I knew that money would not be enough for me. So what did I have to do? I had to go into something that would bring me the income that I was looking for. So I didn't do it. I turned down the application and the second time admission for social work again. Because the money that I was going to get was not good. That is not where it was. That is not where I wanted to get. That's not how much I want to get. I wanted to get more. Okay, small girl like me, I wanted more for myself. So I didn't go into it. So I'm here to tell you that whatever you are doing, okay, do it well. But then if you think what you're doing now is not where you want to be in the next 5 years or 3 years, okay? 5 years is even long. 3 years. If you think that is not where you want to be, you need to start doing something different so that you will not be found at that same spot in 3 years to come. Most people complain, oh, the care work is that, my work is that, I'm doing Uber, I'm doing, how do you call it? This other one I've forgotten, DoorDash. They are doing all those stuff. They are doing everything. They are doing business analysis. They are doing Scrum Master, but they are not getting the amount and the time that they want to have for themselves and their families. If that is not where you want to be, don't let anyone talk you down from adventuring. Life is all about risk. Even you sitting at home, it's still a risk. Yesterday, Sunday, right? On Saturday, I took my kids to the dentist. And when we got to the dental office, the main entrance was blocked with a big plywood, very huge plywood. So you couldn't go through the main entrance. They had a side entrance, which is a small door that they had opened coming. So when we entered, they had the notes. Do you know what happened? There was a car. So because in front of the dental office, the parking lot is right there. So when you go to those strip malls, you can park right in front of it. And a car had crashed into the glass. So you can imagine, you went to work, sitting just there at the front counter, and a car hits the glass of your shop or your workplace. So what I'm trying to tell you is there is risk everywhere. Because whoever was sitting, thankfully and thanks to God, no one was hurt. That was what they had written there. Okay? But imagine you went to work, even the panic, the blood pressure that will just rise because that car crashed into the glass, that alone is not healthy, right? So it means that if you do not change certain things, nothing will change. If you do not change anything, nothing will change. If you decide to eat the same way, sleep the same way, and you want to lose weight, that weight is not going to go away. You need to work on it. You need to stop eating the things that will make you fat. Okay? You need to start doing exercise. You need to change something. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect change. Lots of people complain about bills, people living from paycheck to paycheck. It is real. It is real. When those who live outside this country and even back home too, right? People tell you, I'm living from paycheck to paycheck. It sounds like, oh, how is this true? But my dear, it is the reality of most people. And it is the reality of lots of immigrants. Because when an immigrant receives their salary, it's not just about paying bills in the country they live in. It is about paying the black tax that they send money, the monies they send back home. What people call black tax, right? Because that auntie needs that money. Your mom, even when you're not taking care of aunties, your parents, your siblings, even your friends. Because you will feel like you are being heartless when someone calls you and tells you, oh, my son or my daughter is at the hospital, I need money for hospital medication and everything. You will feel it when the money is in the account. You are going to give that money to them. Some of you will say, no, I'll harden my heart, I'll not give the money to them. My dear, depending on the circumstances, you will give that money to them. And all those amounts that you are sending, it doesn't come back. So you keep living that same lifestyle without you bringing in extra. Okay? 5 years will come, 10 years will come, 20 years will come, and you retire. I'm an HR person. And one thing I have learned in living in North America, okay, for more than 12 years or 11 years now, 12 years now. Wow, now I'm reducing the years because it looks like it's too much. Okay? Because since 2014, so calculate whatever time years it has been. Okay, so one thing about immigrants, okay, working in corporate America, North America here in Canada, is that most people move here at the age of, the average is like 30 years, okay? And with 30 years, most people will come in right after university national service to do their masters. And so it's like 25 to 30 years, okay? So 25 to 30 years. Most people come here at that time, okay, and they are doing school. By the time they secure a better job that pays pension benefits and everything, it's like they're already in their 30s. So if you start contributing from 30 years to the pension plan, most of these pension schemes here in North America, you would have to work for a long time in order to receive the full benefits. One popular pension scheme that we have here in Canada is called the 85 factor. So if you have your AUP, your CUP, those unionized environments, right? Find out how much you are eligible for if you should retire at 65, because the retirement age here is 65 years. what the way they calculate the pension scheme, okay, most of the time, what I mentioned, the 85 factor, that 85 factor, it means that the number of years you have worked and the number of years, your age should add up to 85 years. Okay, so let's say you came in at age 50. Okay, you came in, oh, let's use 30. You came in at age 30, okay, and you started contributing to, and mind you, when you work temporary, those benefits most of the time do not count. And as immigrants, most of the jobs that we get is like temporary for a long time before you become permanent. So if you came in at 30 and you got yourself a temporary work for the first 1 year, that doesn't count because you are not paying pension benefits. That's the honest truth. So what happens is, let's say you came in at 30, you started working, and at 65, you have to retire. So it means that you would have worked, what, 35 years, right? 35 years. So what they are going to do when you on your retirement, they are going to add your 30 years, okay, that you started working, plus the 35. Plus the 35 should be 60. It's going to be what? 65 years, which is less than the 85. Do you understand what I mean? The 30 years, because you would have worked just 35 years, and they're going to add that 30 to it. So it's going to be what? 65. So that 85 factor, you are not going to get it. You are not going to receive that full package. So it means that you'll be receiving less pension benefits. So that is why most Africans, when they retire, they go back to their home country. Not because, or most immigrants, let me use the word immigrants, not because the country they live in, they don't like it enough, or it's too cold, they want to go back. The truth is, the pension benefits is not enough for them. Because at the time, if you are still paying off your mortgage, okay, at your time of retirement, if you are still paying off your mortgage, if you are still paying university fees for your kids, you might say, oh yeah, my kids will go for students loan. But most of the time, because they are still in school, you still need to take care of them. So you are already starting off life at I don't want to use the word disadvantage, but not at a favorable space. So that is why you need to do something that can bring you that extra income, so that you do not have to depend on your salary alone. Because if you tell me, oh, I make 6 figures a year and I'm okay, my bills are sorted, my vacation is sorted, it's about the future. It is about the future. That is what I'm talking to you about. Because that life you're living now, if you're not able to contribute more towards your pension, because you've already lost some years already. You've already lost some pension contribution because you do not join the workforce at an early stage. I know people who retire at age 55, several of them at 55 here in Canada, okay, because they joined the workforce at an early stage. And they started contributing to their pension at a very, very early stage. And most of them were smart. They were able to do double contribution while they were still in employment. So if you sit down to wait that, oh, pension, I'm going to get my pension benefit, you get your pension benefit and you have to go and spend it in Africa. That's the truth. So you need to start something for yourself. And digital business is something that is so convenient because you're already here on these social media platforms. You're already here scrolling up and down, watching other people win. So you might as well start yours so that you can also be benefiting from it. You might as well start yours so that you can also benefit from the same social media platforms that you watch other people succeed, so that we can also be watching you and see you grow. So, brethren, it's not rocket science. It is not something that you need to break the bank to start. Yes, starting a digital business, you need to have some form of capital, because if you want to get your license to partner with some of these companies, you need to have some money. And it all depends on how much you want to start with. So feel free. I've seen some notifications coming through. Most people are already signing up for the webinar tomorrow. So make sure that you are registering for the webinar. Okay, go into my bio. There is a link that will take you to type forms. Put in your details. I will personally send you the link to the free webinar tomorrow. It's 6 p.m. MST. Join that webinar. Okay, you don't want to miss the webinar. If you do miss it tomorrow, we have the replay on Thursday, same time, 6 p.m. Make sure you've come for any of these webinars this week, Tuesday or Thursday, 6 p.m. Don't miss it for any reason if you want to start your own digital business. This is the way to start that thing that will bring you that financial freedom. It's not all about you working your 9 to 5. It's not all about you going to that workplace that you complain so much about. It's about doing the right things that can give you time and financial freedom. The right thing that can bring you that lifestyle that you want to live. That lifestyle you want to live is right in front of you. You need to take a hold of it. It's not about you going to beg your friends and families to come and do business with you. No. It's about you plugging yourself into the right system that can do the work for you even while you're sleeping. I know there are so many businesses out here, especially on this platform, that people are telling you, come and do it, come and do it. But most of it, most of it takes a lot of time from you before you can scale it. So if you want one that do not take a lot of time from you, especially one that runs on automation, this is the one that you need to come and plug yourself into. I work full-time as an HR person. If not for the automated system, I wouldn't have been able to combine this business for the past 4 years. So you need to come in, check the business out, and see if it's something that will even fit into your lifestyle. Scaling in the digital space is it's a huge way. There are so many ways you can do, or so many things you can do to scale your digital business. But if you do not know the right system, if you do not know the right channel, you do not know the right places or plugins to plug into, my dear, you can be running around the circles every time. And that doesn't bring growth. So you need to plug into the right system, a system that is automated enough, okay, that will not require you to even show your face. Now, there is a lot of faceless content creators right here on this app. And in the training models that we will be giving you, we show you all these things. We show you how to create your own faceless content. We show you how to scale your business, putting your business in the faces of other people if you do not have lots of followers. I do not have lots of followers. My followers are not up to 5,000, not even 3,000, right? But I have huge people reaching out to me on a daily basis. Why? Because of the plug and play system that we have in this business. I'm able to make that huge money not because of the followers I have here. It's because of the people that my post or my business plugins is able to send a post to. It's because of where the algorithm, not just it's not just the social media algorithm, but how my system is set for people to locate me, because we use attraction marketing. So people are going to reach out to you. And this is the same training, this is the same blueprint that you get to access when you join this business. You don't have to go and look for your own products. You don't have to go and look for your own services that you want to provide to people. This is high-ticket affiliate marketing that is done for you. It is high-ticket affiliate marketing because you can be making that $150 to like $7,000 per sale. You partner with companies that are in existence, companies that have products that are in high demand. When we started this lecture, I mentioned that for you to grow your digital business, you need to have products that are in high demand, products that are evergreen. We eat every day. We drink water every day. We wear clothes every day. But one thing about clothes, okay, if I'm new, starting a digital business, one thing I wouldn't do is to go into the sale of clothes. Why? Because especially women's clothes. Most women buy clothes because they saw it was nice. But the moment they see it and put it on, it might, the weight and everything, the sizing might not be perfect on them, and they will return it. So if you are trying to scale your business, if you are trying to go into digital business as a newbie, I wouldn't advise you to go into the sale of clothes. Yes, it might sell, but I wouldn't advise, because it has high return rates. What I would advise you to do is to get evergreen products that are in high demand, that sells every day. Seasonal products, you can have them on the side because they come in season, and every season, like Mother's Day and how do you call it? Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, all these seasonal seasons that we have, all those products will come and go. But you know that if you sell Valentine's Day gifts this year and it doesn't sell properly, next year you can sell it, except when it becomes trendy and the following year something trending comes up, then you might not be able to sell it. But if you're looking to scale in the digital space, you need to have products that are in high demand. Products that are in what? High demand. You have to have products that are evergreen. That way you get to sell it every day. You get to sell it every day. So beautiful people, it's 11:19 a.m. here in Alberta. We have just 1 minute to go. I know some of you have been following this live from the beginning. Feel free to drop your questions and let's tackle those questions before I leave. If you want to come up, feel free to tap the invitation thing and come up so that we can address your questions. Okay, anyone has a question? If you are shy, you can drop your question in the chat as well. I'll read it out and we can take it from there. Okay. So as immigrants, whatever, it's not just immigrants, because I have seen people born and bred here, people that they are third generation, grandparents, everyone was here, especially here in Canada, and they are not living life on their own terms because they refuse to learn. They refuse to adjust. They refused to adopt new things. They are still stuck in their old ways of thinking. Because tell me, why would you be a person of how do you call it? Advantage. Okay, me, when I say a person of advantage, it means the person is not black. The person is not a person of color. That you live in your grandpa's house. For what reason? Your dad also lives there. For what reason? I'm not here to downplay anyone. Yes, if my grandpa had a house here, I would have been glad. But when you are young, vibrant, when you are working, and you can't change certain things, my dear, that tells you that what people was, so those are the kind of people that when you see, and you might say, oh, he lives with his grandparents or with his dad in his grandpa's house, so he's okay. And you might think, oh, okay, this is the kind of life I want to live as an immigrant. That can be your life if that is what you're looking for. But definitely that's not the kind of life I'm looking for. So if you are also in a position where you don't want to be like such people, you want more for yourself so that you can have enough for your children and their children, this is the right time to start. This is the right time to start. And when I say children and their children, it's not just having it for them and they are not doing anything. You're teaching them the right way to multiply whatever you give them. And it starts from when they are kids. It starts from when they are little. You don't wait till they are let's say adults before you start teaching them about some of these wealth creation principles and all that. You need to start from somewhere. So beautiful people, so because we've not been interactive enough on TikTok, they are giving me some strikes. So if you are here, you've been enjoying this live, you can put in some likes before we go. Okay, we are actually just about to leave, but you can still like the live. So those of you who have questions, feel free to drop your questions. And if not, I will see you on the other side. For those of you who have registered, be patient with me. I'm going to send you the link to the webinar tomorrow. Okay, have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your week. I hope you stay blessed. And I will see you on our next live on next Monday at 10 a.m. MST. Take care of yourself and God bless you. Bye.